All right. I'm going to say sorry right now. It's like high traffic time for airplanes going over, so it might get loud. But anyways, so I am Courtney Gray. I'm a double diamond. I have been with It Works since March of 2013. So I just kind of wanted to share my story with some of you guys. I was an elementary school teacher before It Works. I spent probably 12 years in school total, just not knowing what I wanted to do with my life, not knowing what I wanted to, do as a career, as my 9 to 5 job. Um, I actually graduated or not college. I graduated high school early, because I had enough credits and I took one college course and I was done. High school was not for me, so I graduated early. Um, and started with college right away. I got um, my associate's degree and really just didn't know what to do with that. I went into interior design. I went into, gosh, I don't even know. I tried so many different things, and I finally figured out that my passion was always with children. So I went to a 4-year university. I got my bachelor's in just liberal studies, and I ended up after that going into the credentialing program, which out here is another 2 years on top of that. So, I spent a total of 12 years in college. And, looking back now, I'm like, if I would have known then what I know now, about, network marketing and these work from home opportunities. If I would have known about that back when I was 19, 20 years old, like I'd be a millionaire by now. Like it's just, it's a opportunity that so many people either don't know about or hear about and are skeptical about because there's just so many scams when it comes to work at home jobs. But um I spent 12 years going, and on top of that, all the student loans, like just, crazy student loans. Um, but when I started my credentialing program, I had gotten married. My husband's in the military, and he was able to transfer his benefits over to me. So from there, my student loans luckily stopped, but I still have, a quite a grip of student loans that are still accumulated, but working on those. I had just finished my teaching credentials. I finally was done, got fully certified everything in 2012. And then my husband got orders to move from California to Indiana. And after that, it was, during the summer. So I thought, hey, this is perfect timing. I'll move out to Indiana. Schools will just be starting. I'll start applying for jobs. And nobody even looked at me. And I didn't get any interviews, nothing. I broke down and started applying for instructional aid positions, and I got a couple hits off that, but just nothing. And it came to be that I kind of figured that they would start questioning, well, why'd you move here from California? Like, what brought you to this little town? And I tell them, and come to find out, they don't want to hire military wives because we move so much. We're up and going all the time. And there kind of went my dream of being an elementary teacher. So a friend of mine got me, she introduced me to another network marketing company. I did that for about 4 months, and it was fun, like, talking to new people and all over the world just from my phone, and I really enjoyed it. And her and I started coming across all these It Works pages, and both of us were fairly new moms, and we were really interested in the wraps. So her and I were talking, and we decided to just say, what, let's we see all these success stories, so let's just ditch this other company because we don't seem to be making much money with it. So we jumped on, both of us. I had signed up with her with the other company, so she said, hey, you sign up and I'll sign up under you. So that same day I got my very first distributor. But I'll tell you now, she didn't last very long. She did it for a few months and she's gone. So, I stuck with it for going on, 3.5 years now. And honestly, she did it for a few months. She quit, and then I don't know, 5 or 6 months later, she signed up again, tried it again, and quit. So, people come and go. And she's just a prime example of that. You know, my very first distributor is not the one who stuck it out with me. So, you know, I still have all my credentials. I still someday want to teach. You know, I have really young kids. My youngest is going to be 2 next month. I have my 5-year-old that just started kindergarten, and then I've got a 10-year-old. My goal, I guess, is to be a stay-at-home mom, but it can be exhausting. You know, I'm around my kids all day long, and I don't really get much adult interaction except for, you know, the people that I talk to online. But when it comes to that, you know, my husband comes home and he wants to have a conversation, and all I have to talk about is the kids, and he kind of gets tired of that sometimes. But so, you know, I'm always like, you know, I need to go back to work just because I need some adult interaction. But my ultimate goal is to wait until all my kids are school aged and then go back to my passion for teaching. So, you know, when I first started with this network marketing, it quickly became my passion. You know, being able to help people financially, with their health, you know, everything. I came to realize that all of my schooling, all of my experience with teaching, you know, I taught, even though I didn't get all my credentials until 2012, I taught for 6 years, in and out of other schools, doing substitute teaching and long-term positions and taking over for, you know, teachers out on maternity leave or whatever it might be. So for 6 years, I was in classrooms, and it came to be that that was probably the best experience I could have. Like, I didn't have any sales experience. I didn't have any network marketing experience. I didn't even know what network marketing was. But my skills when it came to, you know, organizing and setting deadlines and just just being creative, it all came into play. And, you know, collaborating with other teachers, I've learned to collaborate with, you know, my team, coming up with ideas and stuff on how to help other people, just as you would in a classroom, how you collaborate with teachers on how to help kids who might be struggling. You know, all those skills came into play with this business. So, you know, when you talk to people who say, well, I don't have any sales experience, or I have no clue what network marketing is, you don't need it. It's definitely like a learn as you go business. So, you know, if people come at you with those excuses, just come right back at them with your answers. Like, don't just be like, yeah, you got a point. Like, don't be like that. But you know, I guess some of my tips when it comes to network marketing that I've learned over the last few years, you know, when I started out with excitement. I started posting. I said, hey, I just ordered these wraps. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get rid of my mommy tummy. I got people watching me. And then, you know, I posted, hey, guess what I'm doing tonight? And people are like, are you rapping? I want to see your results. And then I post my results. And within my first 2 weeks, I had 12 loyal customers. Within my first 3 weeks, I went Ruby. And back then it wasn't, you know, being maintained with volume. It was maintaining by keeping those 400 legs going. And I had distributors dropping like flies. So I was constantly replacing. I remember at one point I had a total of like 64 distributors, and I was still a Ruby, and it only takes 24 distributors to be a diamond. So, you know, if you have enrolled like 1 or 2 people and they're not working, don't let that discourage you. Don't let that be, you know, a reason to say this business isn't going to work because, you know, nobody else is working it with me. You know, it was just a constant replacing of people until I found that person who shared the same passion for me, who, you know, as me, shared the same like goals and dreams, and then we collaborated together and we worked together and we ran, and then, you know, you help those people. So it may take enrolling 2 or 3 distributors till you find your person. It may take 20 to 30 distributors before you find that person. Like, it's just, don't use it as an excuse to give up. You know, something else that you might always hear about is being consistent. You know, you hear it all the time. Be consistent with what you're doing. You wouldn't open a bakery and be closed, you know, in the middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday. Like, you're going to be open every single day if you want to have business. So just as you're running a business online, you want to be talking to people and you want to be consistent every single day, or people aren't going to take you seriously. And what I mean by being consistent is, there's tons of files and stuff with tips on this, but like definitely the 3-3 rule. You want 3 before and afters and 3 opportunity posts. And now your before and afters, I know a lot of people, they get scared of posting those. And I, even to this day, sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want to post this picture because people might get sick of seeing my posts. But then again, I have to remind myself, I don't care if I make 20 people sick of seeing my posts. There's going to be that one person who needed to see that post. And that's going to be my next little customer. So if I lose, 5 followers and gain one person who might spark an interest, may not sign up, but they might spark an interest. And then I may have to follow up with that person 5-10 times before they actually sign up, maybe sign up 3 months later, who knows? But that one before and after picture is what got me there. So, if you have that reservation of posting a before and after because you're afraid of what people might think of you, or you're afraid that people are gonna, judge you about your products that you sell, and you see so much hatred out there and so many people bashing our products. But when it comes down to it, 9 times out of 10, the person either has never tried the products or they maybe tried one and did it wrong. So, don't let all those people deter you from your job. Don't let all those people make you feel judged. Just when you post something, remember that there's only a tiny, tiny percentage of people that are going to see your post. And if you're not consistent with it, that percentage is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. You may have 400 Facebook friends and you make a post and maybe 20 of them might see it. If you don't post again the next day because you didn't get any likes on that one picture, then there's definitely going to be even less people that see it. If you post every single day, it might be 20 different people who see your post every day. And, they might not see you post the same before and afters every single day. It might be, this 20 saw it one day, the next 20 saw another day. But anyways, don't be afraid of posting. What I like to do, I do a lot of my personal pictures because I've used a lot of the products over the years. So I use a lot of my personal results because I want people to see that I do use the products and that I do get results with them. And I want people to see I'm human too. Like I had, when I first started, I had just had my second baby. And then along the line, I had my third, and my weight has gone up and down, and we move. I eat like crap. I eat out a lot. I get fat again, and then, I use products. And so I'm up and down. Like by no means have I maintained what results I've gotten. So I'm constantly posting new results that I get. And, showing people that it's not a miracle product. You have to, just like going to the gym, you're not going to get results after one visit to the gym. Like you got to show people that it's not hyped up to be all what it is. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's not that miracle thing that everybody thinks that we're trying to scam them with. So, being personal with your posts. If you go to my Facebook, you're not going to see a whole lot of before and afters. You're probably going to see a lot more pictures of me, me with the products, me just in general. I like to, I have a diamond on my team, Christina Reck. She is very good at sneaking It Works into a lot of her personal pictures. You'll see something It Works, whether it's a picture, a chart, a product. She's very good at sneaking those into her pictures, and her picture might, like her status might have nothing to do with It Works, but she's sending out that little subliminal message, or whatever it might, I don't know what the term would be, but she's putting that in there. It's that little hidden picture where people start seeing it, and they start seeing it in all her pictures, and they start seeing that it's part of her life. And she's very good at it. I try to do it. Like just the other day, I just got a new little one of those fitness tracker bracelets, and I posted a picture of it, but I threw in one of my It Works bracelets with that so that people see it. I said nothing about my products. I said nothing about my business, but I threw that in the picture. So you don't have to push it on people. You don't have to feel like your posts are pushing on people. You don't have to feel like you're constantly trying to sell people stuff or spam people with stuff. Just be creative with it and just start incorporating it into your life and your posts, and just make sure that you're consistent with your posts. And like it'll start to come across to people that this is something that if you're truly passionate about it, then people will start to see that, and they'll trust you more. So you hear consistency, be consistent. You hear it a lot, and that doesn't mean necessarily posting order today or join my team. That right there will push people away very quickly. If you say join my team, I put, instead of join my team, sometimes just once in a while throw it out there that I'm looking to partner up with somebody. I'm looking to mentor or coach and teach them how, I earned such and such bonus. Or if you are just starting out, you could say something like, I'm looking for somebody to run alongside with me, or somebody to team up with me. Don't ever say join my team, because it sounds pushy and spammy. That's just been my experience over the last 3 years of do's and don'ts. I've done a lot of don'ts. I've learned from them. I've learned my lessons. I've figured out what kind of works and what doesn't. And people don't want to feel like you're just trying to make a sale. They want to feel like they can trust you and that they can go to you with questions. So, that's kind of what we mean when we say be consistent and not to be spammy, and don't be afraid to post. So, that's pretty much all I've got. So, Amanda?
Thank you very much, Courtney. I love that you're a teacher. I even had girls in my team texting me right now. Like, I'm so glad she's on. She's a teacher, because so many teachers start this and they go back to school and then they stop again. And so I love that, you talked about that, how, your realness. That was great. Thank you so much, Courtney. Next up, we have Angie, who's going to tell a little bit about her story. And she's also going to talk about how we're going to start this month off running, because this weekend we're getting some big announcements, they said. So, Angie, take it away.
Thanks. I want to apologize for the way I sound. I know I sound kind of manly and very nasally, but I'm battling my sinuses right now. But I don't know if any of you guys watched Mike Patello's video this morning, but it really, really pumped me up. He's talking about how we should be planting our seeds now, and there's going to be 2 huge announcements on Saturday at the It Works U in Atlanta. So I kind of wanted to just talk about like planting your seeds now, and that's by growing your cold market. Finding the people that you can connect with, people that you have something in common with. I like to grow my cold market by using like hashtags and stuff on Instagram. People that I have stuff in common with. Like if you have a pet, like say you have a dog, you have a Rottweiler, go to Instagram and search and hashtags like Instarotty or Rottweilers. Go down, find some pictures, follow those people, comment on a picture of their dog, like, hey, I have a Rottweiler too, like make a connection. That is growing your cold market. That is planting your seeds. Planting your seeds is so important, you guys. When I first started this business, I was a stay-at-home mom and a student. As a mom, I really lost a lot of my friends after I had kids because, you don't really have a lot of things in common with people that don't have kids, and most of my friends did not. So when I came into this business, I really wasn't looking, for friendships, but it's something that I really, really found, and I grew I found a lot of friends, and I have some of my best friends now are in this company. And that, that means more than anything. And when I first started, we were broke. We were broke. Daryl was in school. I was a student. My daughter she was 1 at the time. She had just been diagnosed with food allergies. So there was no choice for me to work outside the home. Like, this was it. This was it for me. I had to find something that I could do while I could stay home with my daughter. And my school was still, still my focus. I wanted to get my degree. When I started in April, I still had until December before I graduated. So my goal was to put everything I had to make this business work so I could eventually use my career. But, with my daughter having food allergies, that kind of put a damper on things. So I knew that this was going to be something that could potentially, be my forever career. And when I went in and decided that this is exactly what I wanted to do, I put everything into this. I started growing my cold market because my warm market was absolutely blah. I had no support from my friends and my family. So I started planting seeds by finding new people that I didn't really know, growing my Instagram. I started a business page on Facebook, and I just started making connections. I started adding people daily. I wasn't messaging people trying to get them to buy my products. I was just adding people. I was messaging them, just finding stuff in common with them. And the reason I'm telling you guys how important it is to be making these connections, I would say last year from August to December, I was planting seeds like crazy. And when I went to conference and they announced those huge bonuses, when I left conference for the next literally 3 weeks, I sent out over, you're going to think I'm exaggerating, but I sent out probably over like 1,200 messages. And my business started exploding. I went from I left conference as a Ruby, and that same month I went Emerald. The next month I went Diamond, and I earned $22,000 in bonuses, and all because I had been planting seeds. So when they announced those bonuses, I already had a group of, like, a market of potentials that I went to, and I messaged them about these bonuses. I messaged them about where this company was going, and I was excited. I was super excited because I knew that bonus was mine. When I left conference, I claimed that $20,000 bonus, and I got it. And because I had been planting my seeds, I didn't wait until conference ended to start messaging people, to start growing my market. Like, I had been growing my market. The fall of last year, I had really, really grown my potentials. So when busy season, as they say, starts, like, I had people coming out of the woodworks. I had people, like, hey, what are these products? Hey, what is this business? Because they could see my excitement for it. So, you guys, I'm so sorry. I am so sick right now. But there's bonuses in play right now. Like, we have a $5,000 diamond bonus and a $5,000 double diamond bonus. But we know that these bonuses are coming in conference. Like, we know there's going to be huge bonuses. So don't wait, until the bonuses are announced to start working for him. Like, start working for him now. And Mike said, that we want to be really pushing hard this week, because whatever announcements that they have on Saturday, there's going to be 2 of them. They're going to be huge, and we're going to want to have been really pushing hard. So I know a lot of people say, like, oh, I just don't have people, that want to buy these products, or I'm messaging people and nobody seems interested. Then you're not messaging enough. You're not finding the right people, or maybe you're relying on your warm market. You got to start growing your cold market, finding people that you've never talked to, making connections. Don't just find people to try to sign up, or people, to buy your products. That's not what connecting is. That's being spammy. So, another thing, I know Courtney already talked about being consistent, but being consistent is so important. I had a girl message me a couple days ago that said that she had been watching me for a while, and she had been waiting for me to quit because she didn't think that I would stay in this long, and she was waiting to see if I was going to stick with this before she actually gave it a shot. And she's supposed to be signing up either today or tomorrow. She's literally been watching me this entire time. And she sees how passionate I am. She knows that I'm not going anywhere. Anyone on my Facebook page will know that tomorrow they're going to be seeing my post about It Works. I post result pictures, and I post pictures, like lifestyle pictures, what this company has done for me and my family. So, just you have to stay consistent, and you don't have to be spammy with it. And if you're worried, about people being like Debbie Downers and being negative on your post, so what? Screw them, like delete their comment, block them, and move on, because that person isn't going to make or break your business at all, like I promise. One person can't make or break you. So, don't be afraid of posting because of what someone might say. You have to just know what your why should be bigger than any of the negativity. And I had shared this on one of the power hours Amanda and I did, but I wanted to share it with all of you guys. It's from this book that I read by Scott Anderson. It's called Think Like a Billionaire, Become a Billionaire. And it says, many Christians want to sit back and pray, God, where are my finances? God, bless me. They are looking for God to send money down from heaven. They run to the mailbox and hope that God placed something there. God will bless whatever you put your hands on, but he cannot bless something unless you put your hands to something. And, a lot of people will pray or say they pray for their business, or they're praying that God, will, I guess, basically help them get to where they want. And that's not really how it works. When I was going for my huge diamond bonus, I prayed every single day for God to lead me to the right people, for God to lead me to people who needed this business the way I did. I didn't pray, God, please give me that bonus. God, please help me get that bonus. I didn't ask God to give me the bonus. I asked God to lead me to the people who needed these products, to lead me to the people who needed this business. So, God will bless it, but you have to work. You have to put in the work. It's not just going to be thrown in your lap. You have to do some of the heavy lifting, but it's not hard. This business is not hard. We post, we share the products we love, and we get to help people with their health and their wealth. It's such a rewarding job, and it's such an easy job to do. So those are really all of my points. I just wanted to make sure you guys are growing your market, growing your cold market, not just relying on your friends and family, making those new connections and planting your seeds, because big things are coming. We know they're coming this weekend, but really, really big things are coming for conference, So make sure you're not just waiting till these announcements. Be building your business now, be growing it and growing it daily. If you, I saw somebody, I think maybe it was Jennifer Berklow that posted today, even if it's just 5 new people that you're talking to a day, that's 5 potentials every single day. You don't have to message 100 people a day. If you do, good for you. That's great. But, just make sure that you're talking to new people every single day, because that's planting seeds. That's what it's about. So I'll give it back to you, Amanda.
Okay, thanks, Angie. First of all, I want to apologize for Jamie using that picture of me, guys. I totally don't look like that on a regular. But I do want to talk about a little bit of everything that Courtney and Angie said, but I want to share a bit of my story that most people don't know. Most people know I went to conference and got this bonus, and that call pushed me in this business. But what you don't know is when I was growing up, quitting was never an option. I played every single sport they had, and I always strived to be the best I could. But that is because my mom had passed away when I was 10. My dad passed away when I was 6 months old. So my grandparents raised me. And I had that hanging over my head that I was going to be, wasn't going to be anything. I was going to be just like my mom, who wasn't all what she should have been, So that was always over my head. And when I started this business, that same family that raised me, I feel like turned their back on me because they didn't support me at all. Not only did they not support me at all, they literally talked about me, talked down about the business, made rude comments on Facebook. And even then, I had to take a step back and say, you know what? I have my own family now. I have Carla. I have my own son who I want to give everything to. So when I first started, it was kind of hard. And I went ruby in 2 months and sat there for 8 months because of that. because I was so worried about them, because I was so worried about what they were going to say. I was so hurt and upset about all the negative comments that they said behind my back. But then I went all in. And when you go all in, like Angie said, and you're building those relationships, because the whole time I never stopped working. I never stopped posting. I never stopped doing what I was going to do. But my heart was hurt. My feelings were hurt, you know. And then I started thinking about, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm doing this for my family, the people I eat dinner with every single night. That's why I'm doing this. And before this business, I had no dreams. I didn't have a dream of being a stay-at-home mom at all. Like, I remember when I first started, I told Jamie, okay, well, I'm not going to be a crazy girl who wears her shirts. I'm not going to have all these parties. I am not going to, be that girl. And y'all, I'm that girl. I am that girl. I am now a stay-at-home mom because of this business. Now, granted, my son is 13 and in high school, so I'm not a real stay-at-home mom like Courtney and Angie with little ones running around, because I don't know if I could do all that. But I am a stay-at-home mom, and I will tell you, it's been a year since I'm a stay-at-home mom, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make sure I'm a stay-at-home mom, to be able to pick my son up in carpool. That alone. Anybody who knows me knows I used to work until almost 6, 7 o'clock at night at my old job, and I didn't even get to do my homework with him. I didn't even get to study with him. All that was done in aftercare. All that was done before I even got home. So I literally got home to eat, to tell him to go to sleep, and that was it. So that part of this business is a dream I never knew I had. That, that ability to be able to stay home and pick him up from carpool and talk to him about his grades and be there with him every single day and watch him do his homework and watch him grow and learn new things and learn it with him. That's something I never knew I had. That's the dream I didn't know that was in my heart. And now I know for the next 5 years, I'm not going to miss a single thing at his school. I'm not going to miss a single carpool. I'm not going to miss any of that because of this business, because I decided to go all in. Now, that being said, I do want to talk about what Angie said. When you have to touch on, you have to be consistent, and like Courtney said, and you have to be posting, like Angie said, but I want to talk about posting, because a lot of people, when you first start, you copy and paste posts, or you screenshot posts and stuff like that. And I get it. You don't know what to post, so you're a little confused, and you see a really good post and you want to use it. That's fine. But people are buying you. They're not buying the product. They're buying you. They're buying into you. So you need to make this about you and why you love the products, why you join this business, what this company is doing for you. And it's not being conceited. It's telling people that this is real. That if I can do this, you can do this. If I, not anybody special, who was an orphan by the time I was 10 years old, can make it, anybody can make it. You can make it. Then that's what people want to see. They want to be able to relate to that. They want to know that, yeah, I did struggle. I was paycheck to paycheck. Is it something I'm proud of? No, but that's the truth. But now we're not. They want to know that we can go on debt-free vacations, because before we couldn't. That's the things that people want to know. So being personal, life posts, before and afters. Before and afters are huge, huge, because me taking a picture with the greens shows I use it and shows I believe in it. But if I show a picture of what the greens do, and not just to me, but to somebody else, that gets people's attention. They might not be liking, and they might not be commenting, and they might not be messaging you right away, but believe me, they're watching. And like Angie said, they want to know that you're going to be there tomorrow. Do you want to buy something from somebody who, if you have a question 6 months from now, they won't be there? They're not going to be there to answer? That's what consistency does. If you start posting for 3 to 4 days, you're starting all over. And you think I'm being exaggerating, but it's so true, guys. Because people are waiting for you to quit. They're waiting for you to say it didn't work, because it seems too good to be true. And like she said also about talking to 5 new people. It doesn't have to be 100 people, but 5 new people a day is expanding your market, expanding your business. This time last year, no, year before last, 2 years ago, because now it's been a year I've been home. But before that, we got a message that Carla might be losing her job. And as much as, this is why I couldn't deal with him all the time. No, Carla got a message from work saying that she might be losing her job. And I went into panic mode. I literally was like, I don't know what we're going to do. There's no way. Like, we had just got a new house. There's no way we can afford this without her working, blah, blah. So I started, all those people that had been adding and commenting and liking and building those relationships, I started talking to them more. I started messaging them more. I started building that relationship. So when those bonuses came out and my excitement came from conference and they see me at conference, like Angie said, people come out the woodwork. What you're doing now is you're planting those seeds, so those flowers are gonna pop up and grow. And I had people that joined my team in that time that I never would have thought would have joined my team, and now they're diamonds on my team. But they wouldn't have joined if I wouldn't have talked to them about it, and not even being pushy. Like, some of my best friends are on my team, and not because I was pushy, but because I talked about it all the time. I just talked about it. Oh, let me tell you about this product. This weekend we went on a little vacation and we sitting at the table and I was just telling them how, just in regular conversation, talking about Dominic and how he was in a growth spurt right now. And I said, well, he is ADD, so they changed his medicine. Well, I didn't like the medicine that they wanted him to take. So I started giving him Confianza. Just that conversation, little conversation, and he's doing great with it. His school grades are up. That was it. Regular, everyday conversation. Today I got a message from the guy that was at dinner and said, hey, I told my sister about the Confianza that you're giving Dominic. She's going to be contacting you soon. Simple. Just talk about it. Live it. Be it works. And like Courtney mentioned about Christina Reck, I agree 100%. I love her post because everything is just in the background. It just shows that it's there all the time. It works as there. The bracelets or your shirts or, get your kid a shirt. Dominic wears his rap star shirt all the time. That helps tremendously. So life posts, product selfies, before and afters, those are great. And if you have trouble with the life post, if you're not there yet, if you say, well, it's easy for y'all to have life posts because you're there. Well, we weren't always here. We bought that same kit. So when I would sell a wrap, I would post about it. Thank God for it works for being able to pay for dinner tonight, or picking up, like, even for us, like, for us to pick up a snowball after school, a little ice cream after school. Like, those simple things matter. Those simple things get people's attention, because I know many moms who wish they could just stop and get an ice cream whenever they want with their kids, and they can't. Or posting about groceries, or just those little things here and there. People are paying attention. They are watching. And the people who aren't commenting or liking your post, they're watching the most. Believe me, they're watching. So I just want to end with, like Angie said, we have some announcements coming. We don't know what they are, but they are going to be huge. We already have those bonuses out there. So if you're up for a diamond bonus or a double diamond bonus, now's the time to be planting those seeds and watering them and talking to people and adding new people on Facebook, adding new people on Instagram, and reaching out to people. One thing that I do that gets me a lot of customers is I talk to my loyal customers, people who are loving the products, and I ask them to do a party for me. Hey, look, I need a favor. I'm up for a really big promotion. I was wondering if you have a party for me. I know you love the product, so whatever product you want for free, I'll get it this month if you just host a party. And I have gotten, I'm not exaggerating, 20 to 30 loyal customers by doing that, because it's getting you out of your regular circle. It's around people that they know. They're already loving the product, so they're going to talk about the product while you're there. And if they believe in it, they're going to talk about it. We all have those loyal customers who are very, very loyal. Ask them. Even if they're not local to you, they can do a Facebook party. So now's the time to get rid of all excuses, to go all in, to not let this be a slow month, because it's not a slow month. The only time that's a slow month is because you're slowing down, and it's time to run. So does anybody have any questions? Comments, concerns? Courtney, Angie? Nope.
No.
All right, guys. I hope everybody learned a lot today, and we will see y'all soon.